Bob Brown up there? Huh? Bobby Brown up there? He lives in 1977. That was the last time that we went back to Congo. Yep. Oh, amazing.
Lights on? Yep, can turn it off now, then I'll get the soundtrack going. Blue button, hold it, and, sorry, black button, and blue light should come on. Can you do this at your end? Yes. Okay. You can leave it on, I'll mute it.
Test.
I'll just test for now. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. We can't hear it, so
Test.
Is that
I'll mute it on this side. Okay, right. Yes. Voice test again on that.
might be that close to
testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. How's that sound?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oh, really? That's great.
Happy with that?
Yeah, that's it. So you can get really excited to yeah, good. Beautiful.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
I'll go down the number list. Louis Alvarez.
help with, bud?
you.
What do you need help with?
Huh?
Which names do you need help with?
A lot of them.
Yeah, that's it.
Are we saying Matthew? So there's a fancy Asian mascot. Hello.
Good luck, lads. See you after.
I'll go.
Turn
Go off right now.
it on. Oh, the black one. Okay, I got one. Where's the other one? Another one's not on yet. Oh, yeah, you're on. We're going live in 3, 2, 1.
Derby night in Dandenong as round 23 continues in Senol NPL Victoria. Dandenong Thunder and Dandenong City meet again at George Andrews Reserve. And what a night it was the last time we were here for this very matchup. Adam Sarikoglu and Neil Simons here on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Neil, it's good to be here at the Derby. Yes, they're at the bottom of the table, these two, but there's a bit on the line, and if certain results go a certain way, huge consequences in the next 90 minutes here at George Andrews. How are you?
I'm good, and I think the weather today was befitting of a fixture like this. Obviously, we're in the winter months of Melbourne. It is cold, but beautiful sunshine in the afternoon was a perfect lead-in to another tantalising dandy derby. If results go Dandenong City's way, we will see not one, but two teams be subjugated to relegation. And in Green Gully's circumstance, it will be the first time that they've been relegated from the top flight in Victorian football for quite some time. In the NPL Victoria era, for some beats, not since the National Soccer League has Green Gully not played in the top flight of some form of Australian football per se. As for Dandenong Thunder, they have an almighty task ahead of them. 18 games played. The one game they lost was here in the elimination final last season, but win earlier in the campaign, and it was Lat Matiang, that man, provided the go-ahead goal approaching the 90th minute. So this time will be very different circumstances, but the same resultant outcome potentially on the horizon for Dandenong Thunder if they want to stay up in the division.
3 changes for Thunder after the 2-0 loss against Altona last week. Frank Pasasa is back after serving a ban. Edon Arovsky and Adrian Thierry are in the 11. Filippo Geoffrey and Anthony Lynn are out of the squad entirely. Ariane Kakari is on the bench tonight. Just one change for Nick Telios and Dandenong City. Pierce Waring is in the 11. And no Xander guy at all, but Wade Decker is on the bench, Neil Simons.
Yeah, it's his first return to George Andrews' reserve. What a campaign he had last season with the Dandenong Thunder, and after a fair bit of international duty with Sri Lanka, he is well and truly back in form for this Dandenong City team. Can now be the occasion which he really gets to integrate himself fully into this Dandenong City team. It's a matter of time, but nonetheless, for Dandenong Thunder, it's do or die for them. And the community has come out in force tonight to see many fans streaming into the grounds, as well as the cross is swung in to Lat Matiang, who turns away and the shot arrives, and it's straight into the arms of Matthew Marum, who holds it in his palms. Pierce Clark rather, is on the bench tonight. He, of course, an ex-Dandenong Thunder keeper, scored, believe it or not, a late goal here several years ago. 9 moments. He's a much-loved figure in these parts. As Bauer is hacked to ground, Adam Babcock awards the first foul for tonight's clash. Latham. Searching ball down towards that left-hand channel. It's Lino. Bauer. Interplay was good, but Lino was offside, however. Dandenong City, a very poor run of form heading into this clash. It was a 0-0 draw against Green Gully last week, and you just thought they would snatch one late as Pierce Waring was brought down in the box, but the left-hand post had other ideas.
Can you believe it? They've had 4 scoreless draws this year, Dandenong City, including 2 already in the month of July. This obviously being the first day of August. No wins in either of their last 4 fixtures. They could win tonight and relegate 2, including their crosstown rival. We know the history, though. Only one time ever has Dandenong City beaten Dandenong Thunder. It just so happened to be a knockout final last year right here at George Andrews Reserve.
And you speak about the last fixture in which these two teams played. Only a few players that played in that game, let alone started in that game, feature on the pitch tonight. Of course, Lat Matiang, Sabdim Ismaili, Mersin Mehmeti, among others. So they've retained very few players. I'm sure they'll carry that experience going into what is an important tie ahead.
Ali Suleimani will take a free kick for Dandenong Thunder. Really patchy surface here, as we know. Danny Latham, the hero from the final last year. The ball is played back to Adrian Thierry, making his first senior start here. Regular for the under-23's 4th senior appearance, gets the starting nod tonight. Among 3 changes for Dandenong Thunder, Ismaili. It's Alvarez in goal for Dandenong Thunder. Webster meets it in the air for City. Webster again. Any contact underneath the ball as it landed. Dandenong Thunder will take the throw at the halfway line.
Much has been made about Dandenong Thunder's topsy-turvy campaign. Bringing into sharp focus is the 2 additions they've brought across internationally. Of course, Yamamoto Wataru, as well as Yoshiki Terasaka. Very intrigued to see how both will fare ahead of the last few games of the season. Matiang in space. The way Cullen. Latham, the Welshman, in space, and fizzes a ball into it. Tim Atherinos likes it. Isolated with Akawete. It's Atherinos on the angle. It's cut across. And it is Pierce Waring who avenges for his penalty miss last week. And the 2 ex-Victory Academy players combine. And what a start for the away side in Dandy City. Impeccable work. And it is Pierce Waring who got on the end of a fantastic cross from Tim Atherinos. What a start, Adam. Only a few minutes into this clash, we have our first goal of the 19th edition of the Dandy Derby.
It didn't take long. It's only his 9th appearance of the season. Pierce Waring. It's his 4th goal of the campaign. This gives Nick Tollier such a different look up front when available. No Xander Guy tonight for Dandenong City. Wade Decker, as we mentioned, on the bench. A chance here for Thunder, though. It's Mathiang, and then the shot is taken, just flashed wide. Matt Marum got some sort of glove on it, forced the corner.
Wow. If the first minutes are anything to go by, we could be set for an absolute classic. I hope that's not a commentator's curse, though. But, wow. What a ball from Mathiang to find Adrian Tayari.
Ida Narovsky is also new to the 11 tonight. Just his 3rd appearance, having moved over from Melbourne Victory in June. Corner for Dandenong Thunder. Marum just had to make sure he had the crossbar covered.
Yeah.
It was a nice save.
Just on Ida Narovsky, of course, only just 2 games in BPL 1 for Victory at a senior level against Western United and Melbourne Knights, but has had 15 goals in 15 games for the under-23s, including hat-tricks against Melbourne Knights and also FC Melbourne Serbia. So if there's anyone to provide a level of striking acumen, it's Ida Narovsky, a very good get, and one that I think might be in and around the NPL Victoria for years to come, despite, of course, Dandenong Thunder's current predicament.
Gato behind you! Gato, just stay on
And that's it.
Stay on him, Gato!
Switch executed, albeit for the head of Jackson Lino. Frank Busasa, the ex-Adelaide United Academy youngster, arrived across from Hume City in the mid-season transfer window. Made way for Max Wright, who had a great game today against Melbourne City. Mathiang in space in the centre circle. Looks to his left. Space for Thunder in the channels. Sent into the 18-yard box. Hacked away by Jackson Lino. Nervy moments for Jack Webster. Busasa. His play is good. Busasa! Playing by Matt Marum. The drift to his left. And claim that one.
Here's Clark back in the squad tonight as well for Dandenong City. For Matt Marum, it's his 10th start. As Clark last played in early June, back in round 16. It was Blake Worth that was backing up Matt Marum. It's Louis Alvarez at the other end that will get things restarted for Thunder. Become a cool night, such a lovely day across Melbourne today. A bit of a chill in the air now for the Dandy Derby. Mathiang was worried out of it by Harry Ashcroft. No foul, according to Adam Bavka. Lino. Bauer. Advancing up in a really good position, but immediately dispossessed was Latham. Roski was storming through, and we have Fava Akawete down and in a bit of pain right now. Adam Bafka is now going to allow the medico to come out, although he doesn't actually come out. Thunder don't want to be temporarily down a man, so back up on his feet is Akawete.
Talk about the players that have made the step up all the way from State 1. He's one of them. Favour Akawete, of course, 9 games played and 4 games started for Banyule City and in State League 1, Southeast this season. Going up a casual 3 divisions is not an easy thing to do, but he's looked very comfortable, to be honest. He's been deployed as a centre half and also at left back tonight, so I'm intrigued to see how he'll fare against a very, very tantalising front 3 that Dandenong City do have.
Sasa going back to Akwete. Thierry was offside. The calls were coming early. Here's Waring with the early goal here. Dandenong City in a regular season match has never defeated Dandenong Thunder. 3 points tonight. Relegates. This is 3 points for Dandenong City, obviously. That would relegate Thunder and Green Gully. If it's a draw, Green Gully relegated. Dandenong Thunder, not yet. With 3 rounds to play after tonight. Pushed off the ball, Arthurinos. Thierry. Pushes up. Gets around Lino. Wants to cut back in. Jackson Lino caught up to him and fouled him. Maybe slightly closer from where Ali Suleimani took a free kick earlier in this game.
Really neat work from Frank Busasa to nip him behind. To bypass Jackson Lino. Found the avenue. Was maybe shaping up to shoot, but was fouled in the end, and it seems as if Mercy Mehmeti, who we know is a set-piece specialist, will stand over this one. Alongside Martiang. 7 goals for the campaign. Scored 1 against Green Gully a few weeks ago. But it might be Mehmeti to deliver on his favoured left foot to the tall timber at the back post. And Adam Bavkar will blow his whistle shortly. We can get this free kick underway. It's Mehmeti. He goes direct, Mehmeti! Just didn't get enough height on it, and it's claimed by Matthew Marum, who will look to get play started fairly quickly. Will it bounce kindly for Will Bauer? It hasn't, and might I say, the pitch conditions might reflect a few slips here and there. I was on the pitch before. It's certainly been well used. Matiang looking to nutmeg one of the Dandenong City players. Lateral pass can't find its way towards Pierce Waring. Saved him Ismaili. Himself, Dennis Martin, Matiang, Ali Soleimani. Very few first-team players have stayed the Exodus, 17 players. And so too, Kalen Majekadumi, notably did sign for Olympic Kingsway. I understand he's on trial with Swindon Town in the League 2. So if you want to know his whereabouts, that's where he is. There's a bit of connection between him and, of course, Anthony Lynn. He's a starter in recent weeks for Dandenong Thunder. He was an under-18s player at that very team. He saved him Ismaili. Alvarez brought across from Avondale in the mid-season window. The switch looks to be complete. Lino, Kim. Swashbuckling football attempted from Dandenong City, but Lino's out of position, and Arovsky bypasses the Welshman and Jamie Latham. His play will reset here.
Slimani under a little bit of pressure from Latham. Alvarez with the clearing ball, only as far as Danny Kim. Did come to Waring. Tightly marked though. City reset from the back. Searching ball from Webster's a really good one. Bauer chesting it down, took the shot quickly. Alvarez was onto it. Some good football all round. As Valley Chesnick chases it down for City.
Well, Chesnick will know this venue very well. Scored 4 here for Port Melbourne several seasons back against the Dandenong Thunder. was one of the most crazy nights I've witnessed at this very venue. A player of his quality who was number 10 earlier in his career.
Drama comes with the territory at this place. Alvarez has come a long way out. Took a lot of contact from Atherinos as well, who's second to get up. Ball's cleared away. Webster does foul. And Mathieu, who's central up front right now. That puts us on the right wing. Giving away a few fouls early. Dandenong City. Nemeti with the long ball. Lino. Bauer. Pierce Waring. Little tug of the shirt. Waring. Did it get to the ball, Ian? Stayed in or not? Fair effort from Sefton. Is mainly either way. Looked out from our vantage point. Play has stopped anyway. There's definitely a little shirt tug on Pierce Waring. Up and right in front of Vitelios, who's questioning the lack of a call there. Now we have Will Bauer setting up for the long throw. Not too much room behind the line. It's tucked up against the fence. It's a decent effort, decent heave. Puts us up. Last line of defence. Bauer closed in. He wants a corner. Won't get it.
I think this game is very, very open, and that's reflected in the chances that Dandenong Thunder have been able to afford in the channels as well. They've had a few clean sights on goal, but Dandenong City more direct, and they definitely have the technical acumen to prove that. As Luis Alvarez centred forward, of course, formerly of Broadmeadow Magic, featured in the Australian Championship for Broadmeadow Magic. Conceded 11 goals in 4 games in that group, which included South Melbourne, Wharton City, and Sydney Olympic. That's in Ameti now. Atherinos looking to charge down. Two number 13s doing battle. Kotaro. Now to Ishiki Terasaka, formerly of Kento Kuro Harima FC in the Japanese regional leagues. And he also had a stint in Mongolia with Kangarid FC. Certainly a well-travelled player in many respects. Goal kick now arising for Dandenong City. It's a big afternoon of Senol NPLM men's Victoria action as Heidelberg United fell to Avondale. Their winless streak continues in the league, at least. In the Han Australia Cup, results certainly going their way and going well for Victorian sides across the pyramid. 5 out of 5. Which is a really good outcome. There's Tim Atherinos. Switch to the right channel. And Latham will swing this one in. It's Will Bauer! Oh! Alvarez's positioning might have been quite on cue. And that did take a deflection en route. There will be a corner for Dandenong City. Now we're a few weeks back against the Batley Greens, had plenty of opportunities to put that game to bed. Seems to be the false 9 in many respects tonight, playing behind Pierce Waring, who's returned to action in recent weeks. Just had a stop-start a few weeks. Pierce Waring has had a stop-start a few months, or years even, after his move across from Gully to Oakley didn't quite go to plan. Atherinos, a good shape, punched away by Alvarez. Atherinos, second bite of the cherry, unsuccessful though. It's Latham on the volley. And claimed by Alvarez. As the Thunder look to rebuild. Meti spots Kusasa in space just past halfway. One running Harry on the outside of the foot pass. Can he get to it? He can. He can keep it in. Only as far as Matthew Murray, whose night has been quite comfortable thus far. Despite making some very important interventions. Ali Sesnick. Now. 8 appearances in the Erste Division with FC Cambuur. 3 goals and 1 assist. And a few very good seasons at Port Melbourne under Adam Piddick, who formerly did coach Dandenong Thunder. And of course, the Bentley Greens. 0-0 draw for them last night against the Oakley Cannons. Jackson Lena. Infield, Bauer breaks the space past Akawete, but the number 3 did really well there to contain, but unfortunately has conceded a corner for his efforts. And it will be Tim Atharinos who will stand over this one yet again. Had a stunning few months, including a brace against Avondale, a hat-trick against Heidelberg United. And quite the social media connoisseur as well is Tim Atharinos. Valuable insights gained from him and his career, including his time at Melbourne Victory under Tony Popovich. That was his only professional appearance in the Australia Cup playoffs against the Newcastle Jets. Atharinos had good shape. Latham, Leno, he slipped whilst trying to get the pass out. It will be collected again by Damien Latham.
Nowhere to go for Latham. Finally found a way out. Bauer trying to keep it alive but can't. So Pierce Waring with a relatively comfortable finish in the 5th minute. That's the difference here so far. In the Dandenong derby. It was a 1-0 win with a late winner at Frank Holohan earlier this season. Salat Mathiang just over the bar on that occasion. And it was in the 90th minute. Salat Mathiang scoring the winner, 1-0 win. Same score that we had in that final last year. The match earlier this year, Neil, 5 yellow cards in that one. In the final last year, 6 yellows and a red as well for Alessi. Couldn't keep it under control. But the recovery effort was excellent to deny Jackson Leno any way through. Busasa. Danny Kim gets a key boot in. Inaba. They've got to work their way out of trouble here at Dandenong City. Inaba again. Waring. Latham. Kicked it straight into Ismaili the first time. Nice ball out wide. Atharinos can make his run. Can take his shots. Alvarez gets a boot to it. The keeper's been forced to make saves. It's a lively fixture, this one. And the foul is given away on Adrian Thierry. And 3 changes for Dandenong Thunder. They've lost their last 2. Had that crucial win a few weeks ago against Bentley Greens. Everything on the line for Thunder tonight if they want to remain in the top flight. It's as close to a must-win as you can get. It is a must-win, let's face it. Even if a draw mathematically keeps them in it. Some tough fixtures to come for both of these sides. They still both have to play Preston and Oakley.
Yeah.
Thunder will end the season away to Dynamo. And an Altona Magic home game for Dandenong City at Frank Holohan next Friday night. No league action, obviously, coming up next weekend, Neil Simons.
Yeah. Of course, the Nike FC Cup currently happening at the home of the Matildas, that between Heidelberg United and the Essendon Royals. The all-important New Balance Doherty Cup final next week between Preston and Heidelberg. That will be a tasty one for the neutrals. You add that in with Senol NPLM Men's Victoria action and Han Australia Cup action. It's probably the best time of the year to be a football fan, as a nice fly pass run down that left-hand channel from Kotaro. And now Suleimani. Mehmeti. Stuck on that left-hand channel. Ismaili. Stutter steps back towards Alvarez. Spent some time in the Central Coast Mariners Academy as well. Akuete. Alvarez decides to kick it up to himself and send a ball long, as Webster was put under pressure but dealt with it impeccably well. Suleimani looks right. Busasa. Tahiri is available in the channel. Look to combine with Lat Matiang. It's won by Danny Kim. Atharinos. Sesnik. Really good work. And Maram will send it long again. Of course, talk about two keepers from New South Wales. He's another one who originally was of Parramatta Melita, and then also of Rockdale Illingdon. Has the starting spot for now for Dandenong City. But Pierce Clark, I'm sure, now that he's back fit, will have something to say about that. Jack Webster will look to keep it going. Sesnik. Latham. Trying to keep it in. Couldn't. And Suleimani. Mehmeti under some slight pressure. Matiang cannot arrive to it. It will be the foot of Gaku Inaba. And leaves Weijin Kanazawa in J2. Headed down is Meili. Oh, he couldn't arrive to it first. Latham got the better of him. Atharinos set a task. Sesnik. Oh, neat footwork from Valley Sesnik. That's one of his best trays. Ashcroft dips into midfield. We saw him do that for Hume City for all time. Inaba looks left. Bauer. And Busasa, his defensive work was diligent. Tracked back in time. Tahiri back to Busasa. Did well to evade the challenge and win himself a foul.
Luis Alvarez will take the free kick for Dandenong Thunder. They have had a couple of moments up front. Certainly one save for Matt Maram so far. He's wearing with the one goal we have seen. Frank Basasa, not featured last week against Altona Magic. Did get his second red card of the season in the 3-1 loss at Gully. He's on the ball now. Crosses in. Webster, the only player there. As the ball came to ground, Bauer can go for a dash. Elected not to. Tried to release long toward Atharinos. It'll bounce once into the gloves of Alvarez, who releases quickly. Thunder looking at a quick counter. Mehmeti will quickly play it on out wide. Mathiang. Osaka going to ground. Inaba meeting the ball in the box. It's Bauer again. Altharinos. The flag is up as he switched over to the left side. Nictolios is beside himself. We know he can be animated.
Yeah. Bill Theodoropoulos was actually the most composed out of all the coaching staff. Tolios was incensed, and that's sort of the benefits we get sitting on the gantry right above the coaches where they sit. Yeah. Atharinos was caught offside just a little bit, and were he to be on, he would have had a clear path to goal for his side. Kotoro cut off by Webster. Flash it in from the Thunder yet again, but Maram didn't have a lot of work to do, as he claims. Nice and easy. Approaching the 33rd minute in this 19th edition of the Dandy Derby. Waring's header does find Bauer on the angle. Alvarez, great save with his feet this time. Has just about kept his side in it. And neat work it was. And Kotaro, Busasa. As the Thunder look to go left through Mersim Mehmeti. Looking to play out of the back now through Luis Alvarez. Several players making darting runs. Webster heads to the ground. It's Kim. Held was Jamie Latham by Mersim Mehmeti, and that will be a foul for Dandy City. Elia Quainu, the caretaker coach for the rest of the season, is not quite happy with that. Of course, in previous weeks it had Andy Elderton to support as an assistant coach. He's now joined back up with Adam Piddock as his assistant at Bentley Greens. Latham to swing this one in now.
Well, he goes short instead. Gets a bit closer. Now swings it in, Neil Simons. And Webster was waiting at the back post and didn't make contact.
Well, look, you'd think from that angle you'd swing it in. But he eventually just didn't quite find the back post where it should.
Just needs to get a bit closer. It's now 2 saves, by the way, that Luis Alvarez has had to make with his feet. Was at the feet of Mersim Mehmeti. Back to Alvarez now. He's wearing closing in. Thunder made that a little harder than it needed to be. Retain the possession, though. Kataro. Busasa. Good battle between he and Jackson Lino. Mathiang. Looking to maybe take the space over near the corner flag. Now he cuts back in. Immense pressure coming from Harry Ashcroft. Latham with a little dinky touch. Ishmaeli. Webster all over Mathiang that time. Busasa. Nearly got tripped up at the edge of the box. Ashcroft gets first contact in the box. Latham. Not sure Waring was expecting the ball to come to him. A long ball out wide in the direction of Kataro. Arofsky. Tahiri with Bauer right on him. They're working hard to sustain this possession, Thunder. Ishmaeli. An incidental touch from Ali Suleimani completely opened up the door for Atharinos. Bauer. Waring didn't have a good angle on the ball. Crosses in. Mehmeti did pretty well there. Bauer trying to steal it back. Thunder cannot clear the lines right now. wearing one way, then the other. Stood still and took his time. Atherinos. City almost toying with Thunder right now. Ashcroft. Atherinos. Loses the wrestle.
Thunder just, they're looking to stick to their motto and to the belief that they can play out of the back, but they're really struggling to create anything. In fact, they're running themselves into some more trouble whilst they're attempting to do so. You see Iyakwenu just giving some instructions to favour Akawete for his lack of judgment or misjudgment on that occasion. And that clearance is out of play. Lino will recommence proceedings. Wearing. Tug of the shirt on Frank Bisasa. Ismaili. Mehmeti. Goes long. Webster's header meets Vali Sesnik. Space down the right flank. The true number 22 is going at it. Atherinos now to Latham. Lateral ball across this left-hand space for Jackson Lino to attack. Ashcroft. Latham under some pressure. Gaku Inaba. It's Jackson Lino. Ashcroft, the centre half, going on a bit of a journey. As he's been hacked down and the ball is seemingly, in fact, I guess the foul will be called. No, in fact, it was actually a goal kick. It went over the line. Very difficult to tell from this vantage point. Of course, one of the only pieces of action tomorrow. South Melbourne back in action against St Albans Dynamo at Lakeside Stadium after a come-from-behind win against Adelaide United earlier in the week. So too Preston Lions with an incredible come-from-behind win against Preston last week. So Victorian teams succeeding in the Hard Australia Cup, as we know. Suleimani. Mehmeti. Matiang, he believes he was fouled. All according to Adam Bavkar. Waring, back to goal. Matiang does, in fact, win the ball back. And bypasses Ashcroft. Terasaka looks and finds Mersim Mehmeti. Matiang dropping deep to receive. He's lost that ball to Jamie Latham. Fortunately for him, he's won it back himself. He's receiving all the ball as Matiang, who sprays it out right. Cannot find Busasa. Kim. The outside of the foot pass. Didn't find its intended target in favour Akawete. Will just make sure work of it. Kim. Looking for options, looking for an advent. As Dandenong City look to get themselves a go-ahead goal on the stroke of half-time. Might they go long here? They will. It seems, at least, but judging by the amount of players in the box, in fact, they will go short. Kim. Bauer. Onto his right. It might go all the way through. Will it? Webster can't quite direct it to goal. And Dandenong City do win it back for a brief moment. Kim's reverse pass. Latham. Forces it another throw. And might they go short again or will they go long? Players are still in the box, awaiting some form of ball. And it will be Bauer this time, who does go long towards the near post. And Frank Busasa gets that out of harm's way. Matiang is held by Kim. And that's going to be out of play. will be yet another Dandenong City throw.
It'll be Will Bauer getting close to the half-time whistle. City looking to double the lead. Half-shot attempt at least there from Ashcroft. As the ball goes skyward while it was in the air. Adam Bafka stops play. We have Dandenong Thunder player down inside the penalty box. Is it a ball to the face, maybe? And the medical official has come out.
They don't want to be subjugated to some more injury trouble, do Dandenong Thunder. I see Frank Busasa chatting to the Hajduk coaching staff as well on this near side, as Adrian Tayari is the one receiving treatment. I do have options on the bench, though. They do have options aplenty to choose from. That's I guess the benefits of having plenty of youth integration. Of course, Muhammad Ali's featured in recent weeks. George Inakarios didn't quite get off the bench last week. Aaron Kokari, as previously mentioned. Ahmed Elmi and Sonny ZJ. ZJ, this is his second stint at a senior level with Dandenong Thunder. Looks like he'll be okay to continue. He's walking off quite well, and I haven't seen any sheets of paper being handed to the fourth official, so he'll be all okay.
Tolios opting to take a huddle, with all 10 outfielders coming over to take some instructions for the final few minutes of the first half.
Also see I think that might be the team analyst, has the stream up as well. So I've seen there's been a bit of a new innovation this season, that a lot of coaches like to have game analysis happening whilst the game's going on. I've always seen an iPad, but the laptop is something new. But there might be an issue with said laptop, as the analyst I'm just speaking about is walking seemingly back into the change rooms. So there you go.
The laptop had its own chair. Ishmaeli. So it hasn't been that bad a half for Dandenong Thunder, but they do trail. And a loss equals relegation for them. So Osaka will claim the throw. And go quickly. Soleimani slicing and dicing away through. Tahiri immediately back into the action after his, well, it wasn't an injury, but his incident caused a stoppage.
Yeah. Tommy Gradman, that's the man walking back to the change rooms with his laptop in hand. A peculiar sight at this level, but none the wiser.
What's the start? Into the car park. Goes that ball off the boot of Jackson Lino. Busasa takes the throw. So final minute, final couple of seconds, in fact, of regulation. Unless the clock in stadium here is a bit off. We have reached the end of the 45 now, according to the live scoreboard here. Nothing at all from the fourth official. And we keep going. Busasa. Mathiang ran into Lino. Lead away by Ashcroft. Narovsky out wide. Busasa. Soleimani. Took the grounds back to Nemeti. Goes with the longer ball. Busasa. Trying to get some way around Atherinos. Atherinos having none of it. Takes it all the way to the line. And the whistle then goes eventually. Two additional minutes. are going to be added on, as confirmed by the fourth official.
Thunder haven't looked out of this contest remotely. And that's actually been a moniker for their season, not just tonight. Even with the better quality players, per se, that they had for the first 18 games of the season there or thereabouts. They still looked very much in this contest. Has it been scrappy? Yes. But they've certainly had avenues to goal, and that's by keeping several crucial players in and around the setup, including that man, Matiang. Airovsky forced back. Alvarez. Saved him Ismaili. Lat Matiang. Gaku Inaba wins the challenge. Out to Bauer on the right. And bypasses Ali Soleimani, wins his side a free kick. And you would suspect this might be the final act of this first half, as Dandenong City look to double their money. It will be Latham or Bauer, and I'm not going to say it's going to be swung in because anything could happen from these positions, as we know. Seems to be a bit of a chat between the assistant referee on the far side and Anand Bavkar. I'm not sure what the conjecture might be. Maybe the positioning of said free kick. Who knows? Nonetheless, an extremely acute angle to potentially strike from. Will Bauer standing over this one. Bavkar blows his whistle and we'll get action underway. Bauer, short, wearing again. That's just neatly over the bar, and it brings to a close an action-packed first half despite the 1-0 scoreline. Only in the first few minutes did we see the opener arrive from Pierce Waring following a delightful ball across from Tim Atharinos. Thunder very much still in this one, but they need at least 2 goals to keep themselves in the fight for survival here in the 19th edition of the Dandenong Derby.
Welcome back to George Andrews Reserve. It's the Dandy Derby, and it's a 1-0 lead for Dandenong City over Dandenong Thunder. It was Pierce Waring in the 5th minute. Just a little tap in, really open net. Could not miss, did not miss. And if this result holds, it will result in both Dandenong Thunder and Green Gully dropping out of Senol NPL Victoria. Adam Sarikoglu and Neil Simons is with me. Neil, Dandenong were actually generating a lot of attacks, a couple of shots that Matt Marum had to make saves for. They weren't too bad, and they've got everything on the line in the next 45 minutes as well. This could be huge, what's coming up in the derby.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in Ilya Quanu's halftime speech. Just the absolute rev up. He would have given those players, give it all you've got, your season's on the line, it's 45 minutes or nothing. And we might see Dandenong Thunder, for the first time in nearly a decade, being subjugated to relegation to the second tier of Victorian football. It's all on the line for Dandenong Thunder. How might they respond in the second half? As we see the throw from Frank Busasa. Lat Matiang. Here's Busasa down that right-hand channel. He's got plenty of players in the mixer. And the foul is eventually given away by the Thunder. There's a route to goal, it would be through, you'd expect either one of Frank Busasa or Lat Matiang, who are two most lively players, alongside plenty of others. Yamamoto Kotaro hasn't had too much time on the ball. A 26-year-old, formerly played in the Kanto Soccer League Division 1, which I understand is the 5th tier of Japan, of Ryutsu Keizai Dragons Lugasaki, where he played several seasons ago. Matt Marum now. Vali Sesnik. Waring. Meti, not the best pass. Soleimani makes sure work of it. Alvarez. He goes long. And Soleimani's clearance is into the Camille Rekshepi grandstand.
Jackson Leno here. Making his way up was Waring. Webster. Sesnik. Now, Matharinos splitting the difference and getting it back to Sesnik, but he was being absolutely harassed by Rovsky. Ball comes in now. Danny Kim. Lino chasing it down, kept it under control nicely, but no power behind the shot. Easily taken by Alvarez. Rovsky going back to Nemeti. Ismaili into the middle of the park. Soleimani. Busasa. Soleimani got bowled over. Pretty close to where Busasa had brought the ball. Nothing going back. Nemeti. Rushed ball. Sesnik driving it down to Webster. Going to be taken by Nemeti. So, a loss for Dandenong Thunder officially seals their relegation fate. The draw keeps them in it, but surely that won't be enough either. What a draw will do is relegate Green Gully. Obviously, a Dandenong City win also has Gully officially going down for the first time in what would seem forever. Neil Simons.
Yeah, it's a real shame because they've actually hit form in the last month or so. Green Gully under Andy Vargas. You just thought if he was appointed earlier in the season, things could be very, very different. Dandenong City do win the free kick.
The longer this stays at 1-0, the more desperate the situation gets for Gully now.
Yeah.
They would need Thunder to score twice.
I'm sure Andy Vargas is watching this with bated breath. Just hoping and praying that Dandenong Thunder can generate something from this contest. And to think that their first win for Green Gully came after more than half of the season had been completed against South Melbourne, which are one of the form teams in the league, and the teams have defeated in recent weeks. It really puts into perspective what could have been, and for all money, they looked the better of Preston, at least generated the better chances, didn't necessarily have most of the ball, but arguably could have beaten Preston last night, which really puts into perspective how unlucky they've been and how poor they were in the first half of the season. But that's not the focus tonight, Adam. This is all about this Dandenong City team, who themselves are also fighting for survival after suffering a 4-point deduction going into this season. Here's Pierce Waring, who's been forced wide.
He's standing there like an idiot.
Favour Akuete will retake.
Of course, 3 points for Dandenong City won't guarantee any safety tonight. They've got such a healthy goal difference compared to everyone else around them. That could be coming in very, very handy over the final month of the season, Neil.
Absolutely so. Eden Irovsky is available. It will be Aaron Kokari, who has not won himself his side corner, rather. Matt Marin will take. A bit unfortunate there for the youngster. Primarily playing his football in the under-23s competition. Aaron Kokari is available, has 5 goals in 15 games in the 23s this season. Sonny ZJ as well, ex-North Sunshine Eagle, where he most recently arrived from them. Available as well on the bench for some more striking acumen. And they have generated chances in the attacking channels as Suleimani keeps it in on his near side. Tricky feet from Bali Sesnik, who wins his side of foul.
Both benches incensed. Printer showing what for. Dandenong City bench. Want some cardboard shown. The free kick will be taken by Jack Webster. Did mention that stat before, Neil. The fixture earlier this year had 5 yellow cards. On the previous meeting at this venue in the final last year, 6 yellows and a red. Pretty clean first half in that respect in the first half here tonight. This is Bauer. Lino presenting a nice opportunity for Latham. Alvarez gets down and gets it away from danger. He's not had too many corners tonight either. Alvarez will take the goal kick. Plenty of time. But Thunder needing 2 goals here. We want that first one to go in sooner than later. Mathiang knows how to score them. Gives up possession. Sesnik goes down and was fouled in the eyes of Adam Bavka. Very vocal. Dandenong Thunder bench right now. Webster will take the free kick for City.
There's Webster, formerly of the Bentley Greens, as we know. Championship winner, Bentley Greens. Akuete's header is not the greatest. Bauer, it's Waring. He's got space to shoot. The shot was blocked. And now Bauer once more. Back to Lino. Takes his time. Ashcroft Across to Sesnick. Has space in the channel. And his pass cannot find the feet of Danny Kim. And Alvarez is going to lump that across to Frank Busasa. He's been brought to ground. No free kick is forthcoming though. Manabavka, Ashcroft, the outside of the foot pass is good. Now Sesnick again lost his footing for the second time in just about 2 minutes. As Yoshiki Terasaka leaves that ball out for a throw. Sesnick on to execute it to full effect. Atherinos checks. Webster, Atherinos. His pass misdirected and space for the Thunder, and Lat Matiang is available. Can he find a shooting angle? Lat Matiang on his left and runs into a bit of danger, and unfortunately for him, couldn't quite find a direct route to goal. A tussle between Busasa and Bauer. Play continues. Advantage waved on. And now the Dandenong derby has come to life. Tensions have boiled over. And this is what this game means to both sets of sides. All to play for here at George Andrews Reserve. As the Thunder, for the first time in the second half, generate one of their first real distinct opportunities by way of a set piece. Adam Bavkar has some decision making to do, Adam. I'm not sure as to who the culprit was in that instance, who instigated the brief battle we saw there. But a decision has been made, a yellow card to Will Bauer, and a yellow card, I think. Can't exactly make out which player was brandished a yellow.
Soleimani, I believe.
Yep, I think so. You've got the binoculars, Adam, so you've got much better eyesight than I. Mehmeti standing over this one. He can hit them from range. I saw Blake Carpenter nearly bypass the nets of Heidelberg United's Ashton Bonzel, were it not for a Christian Trycheski header. Can he potentially provide a moment of magic for the Dandenong Thunder to keep them in the top flight, albeit for a brief moment? But I think, considering the angle, he might look to loft this one in. He will do. It's Swearing, gets his header away. Will it sit? Kindly, it won't. A scramble in the mix-up. And somehow, someway, Matthew Marum has claimed yet again, but what a chance for the Danny Thunder.
Full head for Sesnick, going back to Marum. Rally Sesnick. Targeting Bauer. Latham to Bauer now. Will Bauer goes into the box. Cuts back at the near post. No finishing touch from Pierce Waring. Alvarez goes straight down the middle. Mathiang. Sesnick for Dandenong City. Ashcroft. Atherinos. No easy way past Terasaka. Webster switching over. Then got it from Anaba. Webster pulls the trigger now. Mehmeti sets City back a little bit. Soleimani, big hip and shoulder on Pierce Waring. We believe it was him that just picked up a yellow card as well. It was pretty heavy contact. And Bavka wasn't worried about it. Marin comes out of his box. Just a moment of pressure from Kotaro. And Thunder want to set Dandenong City as far back as they can here and apply some more pressure. They had some sort of chance a minute or so ago. Three of the most important points they've had to fight for some time, Dandenong Thunder. A match that has such heavy implications. One of the league's great mainstays, Green Gully. Such a famous name in Victorian football, such a successful club. Go back to the days of Jeff Fleming's heyday, winning championships for fun some 15 or so years ago, Green Gully. This result, as it stands, has them not a part of Senol NPL Victoria next season.
It's bittersweet.
Let's see what comes of this free kick. Waring going down.
How is he saying play? How is he saying play?
Thierry gives the foul away.
On Green Gully, last time that they weren't in Victoria's top flight, excluding their 3-year stint in the NSL, was 1976. That was 40 years ago. 50 years ago, rather. My math was off. That will come to a close tonight if the result stays as is. It's across to Atherinos. It's Bauer. Ashcroft. Kim. Lateral ball. Sesnick. He's got Atherinos to his right. Some pinballs off the chest of Pierce Waring. There's a look to go forward yet again. Good work. It was down that right-hand side. Was coming to chase it back again was Kotaro. Lino. And he gives away the foul, unfortunately. Just want to touch on Green Gully one more time, Adam. Of course, they have been a storied giant of Victorian football. Plenty of as I was about to bring up the championships they've won across their 50-year stint in the Victorian top flight. Champions in 1981, 1982, 83, the treble, the double of 1999 and 2000, of course, and the championships won with the likes of Andy Vargas in the 2000s and 2003 and 2005, and most recently in 2010 and 2011. The go-to destination club it was, Green Gully. Many will remember the great cup sets of old, the Liam Boland goal against the Mariners. Tonight, most likely will come to a close. Busasa, Lat Matiang, and Naram does claim.
Unless the tail wags late for Dandenong Thunder, they've still got plenty of time. They're fighting for their own survival. It's been 1-0 since the 5th minute. Pierce Waring. With as easy a goal as you're ever going to score. Tipping it into the empty net. One chance of note. I think it was Arofsky with the good save on the ground by Matt Marin. It was fairly early in the game as well. It's become a really cold night here at George Andrews. It's derby night. And it's all to play for, as it was last time we were here, just in very different circumstances, but in some ways, same sort of feel, with everything on the line. Danny Latham, the hero, on the ball right now. The man that knocked Thunder out of the finals last year goes to Sesnick this time. Dandenong City, that fixture last year, the only time they've ever beaten Thunder. Last touch was off Bauer there.
Of course, the last 5 meetings between these two sides. 3 wins for the home side, the 1 draw, and also the 1 loss, the most crucial. As you did mention, Adam, that man, Jamie Latham, the number 8, did score the all-important goal. Tahiri down this left-hand channel. Can he fashion a cross? He can't, but he hasn't won his side a corner either. And as we approach the next 10 minutes, from the 60th to the 70th minute, we might see some changes soon. But it doesn't seem as if Niktolios or Iliaquenu are keen to go to their bench just yet. Matthew Marum goes long. Bauer, Ashcroft, a darting run through midfield. The pass was not reflective of the intent. That's really been the story of the game tonight, is I guess the quality of the pitch, to be honest. It's certainly bobbed around. Of course, Dandenong City's pitch is in some states as well. Has to be said. Maybe it's just the amount of rain that's in Dandenong over the winter months. I'm not sure. I'm not a groundskeeper.
I won't speak any ill of any local councils, but maybe that's something to do with it as well. It's not good here at George Andrews. We know that. Even looking back at the highlights of the elimination final last year, Neil, I was taking another look at those highlights earlier, and the pitch wasn't that great a year ago either.
Maybe it's just the later months, the conditions subside, and obviously that's reflective in the quality of the pitch, but it hasn't dampened the quality of the game itself, I have to say. It's been very entertaining, as always, as is the Dandenong derby, be it 1-0 as it has been for the last few, or tonight. Space down the right for Frank Busasa. Oh, and he's cruelly unable to latch onto that ball. Just whisked away from his feet, unfortunately. Here's Jackson Lino now. As we approach the 68th minute now. Busasa in a central channel laterally does find the advent of Terasaka. Mersin Mehmedi, switch executed. Lat Matiang down that right hand side, couple of step overs, lofts one in, the dangerous, imperious ball, and Atharinos has sent that out for a corner. So a crucial opportunity, and yet another ex-Dandenong Thunder player, the other one who switched across to Dandenong City, Jackson Courtney Perkins, is set to make his way onto the park. And a very stop-start season.
Rare corner as well.
Yes,
Neil.
Very true.
Not many of those tonight.
Absolutely so. Delivered, and it's claimed by Matthew Marum.
Inside the final half hour. Latham. Now Atharinos with the turf. Hold him up there, maybe wearing, crossing over. It doesn't quite get to Bauer. They are inside the box still. Bauer, Sesnick, just in behind Sesnick. Just chips up, and it's easily taken by Alvarez. As Neil alluded to, Jackson Courtney Perkins is set to be the first sub into this game. Played back safely to Marum. Intensity, just the tension is lifting here in the Dandy Derby. That's unless City get another goal. They do seem to be more likely than Thunder right now. Bauer casually chases the ball down. Sesnick could take a shot from there. Targeted the back post instead. Akawete dealt with it initially. Mathiang. Sesnick wins it back. Ashcroft takes the shot. And the first sub of the night comes now. Pierce Waring, who scored in the 5th minute, will be replaced by Jackson Courtney Perkins.
A very good addition to have, Jackson Courtney Perkins, of course. Just the one goal in his Dandenong City career thus far. Scored against Hume earlier on in the season, the game in which we're called together, Adam. Scored against Bentley Greens 2 weeks ago. Now is the opener, and he'll look for some more meaningful minutes tonight. Came off the bench last week as well. Jackson Lino in the 66th minute, so a similar amount of minutes he'll receive tonight, and we'll see a change as well for the Dandenong Thunder. In fact, not just one, we'll see 2 players come on for the Thunder, and it looks to be Sunny ZJ alongside Muhammad Ali, who I believe has changed shirt number as well, so number 17 for him now. Matiang wins the free kick. In fact, it was actually Yamamoto Kotaro who went down. The change will bring off Frank Busasa for Muhammad Ali. And oncoming from Aaron Kokari will be the aforementioned number 19, Sunny ZJ. So Sunny ZJ, of course, formerly of North Sunshine Eagles. 2 games for the Thunder in 2024 and 1 in 2023, and also a goal in 2022 against Heidelberg United. So knows how to score in this competition, and this season scored in the New Balance Doherty Cup for North Sunshine against Whittlesea United. I'm sure he would have loved to be a part of the Australia Cup run that they're having, North Sunshine. A 0-0 draw for them today against Brunswick Juventus. First time ball claimed by Matthew Marum.
I'm not sure. Frank Basasa providing a lot of energy, especially in the first half down the right flank for Dandenong Thunder. A lot of the attacking flair for Thunder somewhat come to a halt in his second half. Soleimani on the ball right now. Mathiang going back to Akawete. Ishmaeli. Inside, 20 minutes remaining. Things are going to get desperate really soon for Dandenong Thunder. Just a mistake there from Messi Mehmeti.
And Muhammad Ali, of course, also played for Banyul. Just the 10 games in State League 1. 4 starts and 2 goals as well. So if there's anyone who knows how to come off the bench and score, it's him.
Kim going up in the air. Ismaili at the fall. A clearing ball. Mateo Saka. Jack Webster gives away the foul this time and sees his 7th yellow card of the season.
Well, it's a rare error from Jack Webster there. Tugging the shirt of Thunder's number 13. Kotaro, who's looked lively in the second half, has been afforded more space. Seemingly has drifted into that central channel a lot. Might have been a change of intent from Ilya Quenu. And it will be Mersim Mehmeti to stand over this one. His deliveries have been quite good tonight. This one is the all-important effort to really set the cat amongst the pigeons tonight. He's ushering Muhammad Ali to move into that wall, which is set up towards the back post. It goes. ZJ is available. He'll get to it. It's saved him. Ismaili! Shot deflected. Webster clears. Throw in for the Thunder. Sunny ZJ will try his luck yet again. A homegrown product of this very much energized Dandenong Thunder outfit. And they will go long. Sonny ZJ is encouraged to go into the box. Or just outside it, rather. Latham. Sent back in by Terasaka. And now Luis Alvarez has to come all the way out of his box. Arovsky. Looking to play out of the back. There's no urgency to get it forward quickly, which is quite perplexing. The backwards header from Lino, bouncing around Matiang. Atharinos. Whizzes past Matiang. And still going is Tim Atharinos. Laterally is Danny Kim. Corny Perkins is available on the right-hand side. Shot was taken, but Luis Alvarez claims as they will look to go again. The Danny Thunder. Who saved him is Maley. Courtney Perkins enforcing the press. The counter-pressing Dandenong City. They put Terasaka in quite the pickle. Ian Nairovsky. Alvarez. Mehmeti. The switch was great. ZJ pokes it through to Matiang. He's been brought to ground, and he's won his side a free kick in a very similar position to which we saw several minutes ago. And I think Dandenong City will make another change shortly. Can't exactly read the handwriting on the sheet, but I'm assuming it will come just after the stoppage. Mersim Mehmeti will swing this one in yet again, or he might go short to ZJ, who's available a few steps ahead. Mersim Mehmeti will put the shape on this one to keep the Thunder's season alive, as aforementioned. Right into the head of Bauer. Ball back in. Will it drop for Ali? It does! Can he get the shooting chance away? He can! Oh! Just wide of the goal. What a chance for the Thunder to draw this game level.
Just half a step behind Yamamoto Kataro. And we're about to see Wade Decker, Anastasios Georgakopoulos, Will Bauer has put in a shift and a half tonight. His shirt is ripped in half as well. It's going to be Jamie Latham as well, the hero from the elimination final, making way as well. Georgakopoulos and Decker.
Not a bad two players to bring on. Stasi Georgakopoulos, of course, plenty of experience abroad in Spain, and also played with the Melbourne Victory Youth Academy last season.
Decker immediately involved. Ali shifting the ball out in the direction of ZJ, but Lino's there for City.
In fact, that experience in Spain was actually with Celta de Vigo's Youth Academy, the La Liga club, so hasn't quite got going, but big opportunity for him tonight.
They retain the possession here, Thunder. Suleimani. Kawete. Alvarez. Two goals. About 15 or so minutes of play. That's what Thunder have to achieve here. Suleimani and Abavka with his whistle to his mouth. He took and allowed the advantage to continue all the way through to the box. Thunder can't take advantage in the end. Ismaili Arlovsky dismissively shoving Georgakopoulos out of the way. That was a foul.
Yes, it was. In Dandy City, inching closer to a surety of survival for this season. They were in the relegation zone for a large portion of the season. They were able to climb themselves out of danger. Adam Bavkar is walking across to the Thunder bench. I believe there are some issues with a few of the supporters behind Matthew Maram's goal. We don't want to see any unruly behaviour in the Senol NPLM Men's Victoria or any level of football in this state of ours. Of course, that will be shortly dealt with, it seems.
Kids behind the goal causing some issues for Matt Maram, apparently.
Yeah. Actually, a very nice ball towards JCP across the face. Will it sit for Atherinos? It did. Just couldn't quite get all of his weight behind that pass, and Courtney Perkins will try his luck yet again. And claimed by Alvarez. And now Favour Akuete. Lino, he's been excellent tonight. As Katara just providing a bit of a nudge. Webster in the centre circle. The line very high for Dandenong City. Terasaka slid across. Ali. Pinball down that right-hand channel as Matt Maram is under some slight pressure and has dealt with it really well. Akuete again. ZJ. Akuete once more. Pressured by Decker, former Dandenong Thunder stalwart. Spent 1.5 seasons here at George Andrews as Martian can't find a clear path. Kim, nice interplay between himself and Decker. And Atherinos is seemingly masquerading as a left back for the time being. Maybe he's taking the position for the time being in possession, but he's moving up higher, it seems. Mehmeti. Really, really nice pass to find Soleimani. ZJ. Ismaili Soleimani. It's ZJ. Fizzed in! Ali was there. The last touch came off Muhammad Ali. So it will be a goal kick. And a substitution for the Dandenong Thunder as well to keep things very much alive. Terasaka will come off, and oncoming is Ahmed Elmi.
We've officially entered desperation time now for Dandenong Thunder. By extension, Green Gully. Elmi immediately involved in the action. Long range throw all the way through to Kataro, but Webster will send it forward for City once more. Body's sliding everywhere as it comes back to Ashcroft. Courtney Perkins trying to force his way to the front here. Corner for Dandenong City. Not many of them tonight. In fact, Neil couldn't even take the last time we saw a Dandenong City corner. I think it was the first one of the second half at least. Timotherinos will take it. If they score here, Thunder's fate is probably sealed. It would be heartbreak against the crosstown rival at this venue for the second year in a row. Ball headed toward goal. Georgakopoulos saw one off, but he couldn't get past Akawete. It's a scramble for the ball at ground level. Decker extracting it. Atherinos toward the outer side. It's Courtney Perkins. Still Courtney Perkins wins another corner. They're starting to press now. Matjovku gets his instructions from Nick Tolios.
This will be the first time that they would have tasted relegation since 2015, in which they were relegated from the Senol NPLM Men's Victoria, returned to the top flight in 2018.
Right now they've had to defend and repeat corners, this time from the other side. Falls out the back and Webster. Played in. Open net, that will be it! That will be it! I think it was Sesnik. It's 2-0. And Thunder need a miracle now. The press just kept on coming in this second half. The longer this has gone, the more Thunder have faded. Matjovku is going to replace Timotherinos. Valley Sesnik puts it away. And has he sent Dandenong Thunder into VPL 1?
Jofku's fourth year at the club. Some meaningful minutes. What a time to seal it and secure, barring miraculous circumstances, their first win against the Dandenong Thunder in the Senol NPLM Men's Victoria, and probably the last Dandy derby we will witness in league action for at least a season. Here's Jackson Courtney Perkins down this right-hand side. Sesnik on the overlap. It's Sesnik whose cross is with too much mustard, and in fact that's going to go all the way out for a throw. The fates of Green Gully and Dandenong Thunder are about to be sealed. Two stalwarts of the Senol NPLM Men's Victoria and a giant of the region in the Dandenong Thunder, who is subjugated to relegation. The heroics of Brandon Barnes in the late 2010s, which helped them back up to this stage. What will life be like in VPO 1 for the Dandenong Thunder? We'll soon find out, unless they can secure two late goals. Elmi. They're trying to play out of the back here, and they've been cut out again. It's Wade Decker. Dandy City will take all 3 points. And it's Wade Decker who gets one against his former side. A cruel, cruel night for the home side. And it's some way to put the icing on the cake to what has been a miraculous evening and a return to form for Dandenong City. Dandy Thunder will make 2 final changes as well. Off-coming will be Adon Irovsky and Favor Akawete, and oncoming will be George Yanakaros and Arion Kokari. Yanakaros Of course, a former South Melbourne and Port Melbourne product, primarily played in the under-23s and under-20s for South Melbourne. And so too, Port Melbourne was a part of Manningham United's VPL1 squad earlier on in the campaign.
Neil, I've got to make a correction and apologise to Gaku Inaba, who did actually score the second goal. Apologies there for incorrectly giving that to Valley Sesnik. It was Inaba who scored the second goal. But now, Thunder's fate's truly sealed. It's City that have played out their 90 here tonight. 2 relegation spots confirmed now. That's pretty much due to a massive gap in goal difference. That City have over both Thunder and Green Gully as well. It's sealed by points. There was a scenario where a draw still had Gully in with a sniff, but a goal difference that was just too big to overcome in the last 3 games anyway. So City were looking pretty. There's still 1 spot still to be decided though. One more team still has to go down in Senol NPL Victoria. And we've got 3 weeks to decide that, Neil Simons, but we now know that Thunder and Gully are not in the top flight next year.
Yeah, and I think with Bentley, they know the task ahead. They need to win their last 3 to be within a chance. You would assume, based on goal difference. It's a tall task. They have the players to put them in winning positions. They do have a very tough run ahead, though. But against Oakley Cannons, they looked to be formidable last night and probably should have won that game on the balance of chances. Lucky Petrados with a crucial opportunity to put that goal at 1-0 and would have really softened the current predicament they're in. But of all seasons in the Senol NPL Men's Victoria, at least in my time, I can't remember when teams have been relegated this early in the piece. And it's a real testament to the quality in this league. And George Janakarios, after coming on, has actually suffered an injury. So talk about Unite going from bad to worse. There's the acute demonstration of such. Yeah. I think his night is done, and they've used up all the substitution windows, so Dandy Thunder will finish the game with 11. With 10, rather. We'll hope George Anakarios recovers well. Adam, your thoughts on Dandy Thunder's season? I guess for Gully too, who I understand you've watched a fair bit of this season. It's always very difficult to see teams that you're so used to seeing play on a week-by-week basis get relegated to VPL1, but on the balance of the squads and the coaching personnel, it's probably the fair result.
We've been through it as well. Bentley, the championship winner not too long ago, going down. Now they're back up, obviously. Melbourne Knights last year, we know that. Thunder, just, never really got going this year. They were never able to string consecutive wins together. Every time they won, they followed up with a loss. All throughout the season. Losing Adam Piddick when they did. And so many regulars leaving as well. And going elsewhere within the league as well always hurts.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you see how some of them have actually thrived as well.
Former Thunder players all over the league now. And I say former players that played for them this year.
I mean, you speak about the likes of Debeno Barney, who's at Heidelberg, Withers, Jibba, Mells, who are at Bentley, Majeka Dumi, who only played a few games, Woo Hyuk Lee, Dante Avian. The list just goes on, and with that much turnover, it was going to be a surety at some point. That is relegation confirmed for the Dandenong Thunder in season 2026. They will play their football in VPL 1 in 2027, and Green Gully's long stint, 50-year stint at the helm of Australian and Victorian football has come to an end. The final score here, 3-0. Dandenong City, your winners in a very action-packed first half. The game sort of phased away in the second.
It's a 6-point gap now between Dandenong City and Bentley Greens as well. So City have Altona Magic at home after the Doherty Cup final next weekend. And their home game against Preston, they'll be away at Oakley on the final day of the season. The team obviously made the grand final last year, find themselves in a relegation fight. But they do have an advantage now, a pretty good one, over Bentley. And this result sees both Dandenong Thunder and Green Gully officially in VPL 1 next year. 2 late goals in the end. There was an early goal for Pierce Waring, very early, 5 minutes in, and then Ganku Inaba, very similar goal to what Pierce Waring scored, just into the empty net, made it 2-0, and then not long after that, Wade Decker finished it off and sealed this result and sealed the fate of Dandenong Thunder. Neil, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's go get warm.
Let's get warm. Let's
have fun at Lakeside tomorrow. But we are done from George Andrews Reserve. The final score here in the Dandenong Derby: Dandenong Thunder 0, Dandenong City 3.